So we're doing the AOG Mechanic Toolbox 2.0 here, or 3.0 I guess technically, just because I'll have to show you, but that other one, it isn't standing up like a real Pelican would, so buy a real Pelican when you do it. But I got this great deal on eBay, but it has all this garbage stuff stuck in it, so that's the first step, is just getting all that out. And what has worked so far is a heat gun and putty knife, and this is some sort of, it's almost like the stuff you find in magazines when they stick an insert in and you have to kind of peel it off, or what attaches your credit card when the bank sends you a new credit card or whatever. It's very similar to that stuff, only it doesn't come off quite as easy as the stuff in magazines does. Because, you know, if you're very careful with that and you pull one end, that will peel out. This stuff won't do that. However, a heat gun and a little bit already stuck on the putty knife pretty much gets almost all of it up. I'm still going to have to use MEK or something to get the very last residue, but you can see how easily, once you get it warmed up, it just comes up like that. Still leaves, like I said, a little residue underneath, and you can tell how warm you get it by how easy it separates. When it's cold, it just smears instead of peeling. And you get all these down here in the bottom. Same thing. This came with some sort of a foam insert for something. I don't know what. Probably some government contract or equipment or something. Who knows? They might have been stuff from COVID, and now they're just auctioning it off to get rid of it. And you can buy them usually fairly cheap off of eBay, because this stuff is next to impossible to get unstuck when you need it to be. But that gives you a general idea of how it comes off. I think this is also the stuff they use to stick boxes shut at factories and places like that. It smells very much like a laminating machine. If you ever run one of them, and you'll know the smell immediately. It smells just like the plastic they use in those. Then the final step in getting rid of the remainder of the junk that's left behind by the putty knife and the heat gun is actually a rag soaked in acetone. Acetone causes it to kind of soften up. You just saturate the rag and then literally leave it on there, and it kind of, I don't know, I almost wonder if it isn't softening the top layer of the plastic and allowing that to come unstuck that way. Not really sure, but give it some time, keep soaking it with acetone, and it will stick down good. Now all the stuff in the bottom in my case kind of smeared around, and it's actually glued in the bottom layer, but I like that because I don't want that bottom layer coming loose, so that's actually good. But if you've ever seen any of my other builds for cases, I always do the 3M Velcro here, so I need this as good and clean as possible to be able to stick. You can still see wavy lines from where the stuff, the adhesive was, but you really can't feel any residual there, which is nice. It's just the plastic didn't oxidize the same way there.